Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new GunPla review. This time we're talking about the RX-78-2. That's right, the classic Gundam. As you may notice, there are two here on my table. The first is, of course, your standard Revive Gundam with my custom painted bazooka. And the second is the one we're really going to focus on for this video. It is the PR ambassador of the Japan Pavilion for Expo 2020 Dubai. This is essentially a World Expo that was supposed to happen in 2020, and Japan was going to help promote Japan via the power of Gundam, which, pretty cool. However, of course, the pandemic happened, and a lot of things got delayed. Now, Bandai only made a limited amount of these. The handful of these that did get out were available at specific events or via P Bandai, things like that. The one I'm reviewing today was actually a gift from a family member. So the first thing you might notice is you get a unique white box with this kit. It looks really nice, and the lettering is embossed, which is always a bonus. You also get this nice little pamphlet thing, which has information about the Gundam brand, about Japan, and it's in multiple languages. It's a nice little bonus to the whole thing, but any standard Gundam fan isn't going to get much out of that, other than the fact that having this makes it a unique item in and of itself. All right, so let's take a look at this kit. As you can see, it has a unique color that helps set it apart. The theming of the kit itself is to be reminiscent of the Japanese flag. And of course, on the shield, you actually get a little flag symbol. There are a lot of stickers, as you may have been able to see here, on the arms for these little stripes, stripes on the legs, little marking stickers for the shoulders, and of course the shield, and the beam rifle when we get to it, as well as the eyes. As you can see from the foil sticker sheet, there are quite a few stickers to add onto this kit to help give it that Gundam look, and a handful of marking stickers that we also have to add a little extra flavor to the kit. Overall, it looks nice. However, I do recommend coating the kit a little bit in order to keep the stickers on there and looking nice. But it's not just how the kit looks, it's also how flexible it is. Well, this is the same as the standard Revive RX-78. So you're going to have a lot of the same features here. You have this good movement on the foot, including the ankle guard that moves pretty well. Gets nice high kick there, as you can see. Not much in the back kick because, again, the back skirt doesn't actually move. And if we can get the side skirt just popped. It's not good. There we go. Side skirt doesn't move a lot either, so you're not looking at much of a side kick here, unfortunately. You do get a nice... So you get a good knee bend there, which is always nice. Again, as shown before, side skirts have very little movement, unfortunately, but the front is pretty good. Your waist, it's a little tight here just because these things, as you can see, these things kind of go above, so it can get a little locked on there, but it has enough freedom of movement to work well as a way of adjusting your kit's position. You get a good amount of forward lean, decent amount of back lean as well. As for the arms, you get good forward and back on the shoulder, great up, and okay down on the shoulder. Give a nice bend here on the elbow. Got a good wiggliness for the hands. You can full 360. And of course, you can always full 360 from the shoulder as well. The beam sabers can be removed because they are meant to be the handles for the beam saber. And the head gets a good nod forward, nice pull back, gets good left and right. And if you're very careful, you can 360 that. The backpack has no real movement, nor does the back skirt. Overall, the flexibility is pretty good. It gives you a lot of options for placement and positioning for whatever you would like to do with this kit. And the same can be said for the standard edition. When it comes to accessories, the Revive Gundam has quite a few options. However, there are two key differences between the PR Ambassador edition and the original edition. First off is the bazooka. The standard edition comes with the bazooka, the PR Ambassador edition does not. Also, as I noted before, I did paint this bazooka to customize it. However, it was one of my first paint jobs, and I don't think it's that great, but considering it was my first try, I think it looks pretty good. Now beyond that, of course, you have the beam rifle, the classic beam rifle. You have a nice turn either direction for this handle here. I actually have a trigger finger already set on it. And you can move the scope. Nice amount too. And your final weapon option, of course, if you have the beam saber handles on the body, obviously you would have the beam saber option. And they're the standard kind of pink beam sabers. They look nice. And of course you have the shield. This one has the stickers to kind of set it apart, and of course it has its standard connector thing here, which can connect to the back or to the arm, however you want to set the shield. Now I said before that there were two key differences between these kits. The other difference is that instead of the bazooka, the Pure Ambassador version has a ton of hands. You have kind of this open grip hand, you have the standard closed hand, you have a wide open hand, you have a closed fist hand, and I believe there's a trigger finger for both sides. So yes, you end up getting two standard holding hands, two open hands, two of the special curved grip hands. This gives you a lot more hand options than the standard edition has. Now, before you think it's a little odd that I'm really promoting how many hand options you have, I would point out that these hands would work really well on a standard edition kit. Not only that, but they could also probably work on most gyms, which means these hands can be recycled into other kits. All you'd have to change is the backing of the hand if it doesn't match the kit you want to use the hand replacement with. Last but not least is one single poly cap. Everything else here is used. So, yeah, not impressive, but you know, it is what it is. The standard edition of the RX-78-2 Revive is kind of the standard Gundam units, and if you're going to build up a one-year war team, it's probably the one you're going to want. So the big question is, why would you want the PR Ambassador Edition? Well, as I said before, it is limited, so if you want to collect limited kits, it's going to have to be on your list. 2, the unique design of the Japanese flag motif looks really cool, and would probably look really awesome next to the entry-grade American flag design unit, if you could find it, which I never have. And if Bandai decided to do more flag-themed GunPla, that would be kinda cool to build up a whole collection of flag-themed RX-78s. In addition to that, the unique hands give you a lot of options. As you can see here, where I have the PR Ambassador Edition putting the fist into the hand and doing a namaste type bow, there is a lot of variety here. Having these extra hands, like I said, could be used in other kits. Not that you should buy this specifically for the hands, but it is something to think about. In addition to that, being a white-colored Gundam gives it a lot of versatility in terms of customization. While I don't recommend buying a limited kit in order to customize it, again, it is an option. However, it won't be for everyone. If this was not a gift, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. But since I did, and I noticed very few people ever talked about it, I really wanted to explore this unit and the things that make it unique. Everything I've said about the PR Ambassador Edition, outside of the stickers, can be applied to the Standard Edition. It is an easy build, it has a lot of good accessories, and the Standard Edition really benefits from having very few stickers. Bottom line is, if you don't have an RX-78-2, get an RX-78-2. If you have one, maybe you would consider buying the PR Ambassador Edition before they completely sell out. I hope this has helped your GunPla purchasing decision. I plan to do some more GunPla reviews very soon. Until next time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the tavern.